This is MMA Crazy and we're here with Ross Pearson. Hello, we last caught up with you in Nottingham and that was just before your fight against George. Obviously you won and that was your rival coach. I mean, what was kind of the emotions going through your head at that time?
The emotions just all over the place. I went from anger to excitement to relief. I went through it all, mentally, physically. My body was just went through a lot. I was at the end of the fight. The fight was over the next day. I just felt like the world had been lifted from my shoulders, and I just needed to sleep. You know, I didn't even want to celebrate. You know, I just wanted to rest. I was just so glad it was over. I put so much work, so much effort into it, and I just thankful that everything came together and went the way it did, you know. I just wanted it so bad, worked so hard, and good things happen to those that like work hard for it, you know, and that's me all over.
So coming off of that, how have you now transitioned that into this next fight against your new opponent?
It's been a little bit different, but how I've improved is just keep improving, keep working on skill sets. My frame of mind right now is a lot different from what it used to be. Training out in Alliance in San Diego makes us see things that I didn't really see about myself and what I was doing, and then just improving on the things where I wasn't doing so good and I was being a little bit arrogant and thinking, oh well, I don't really need to do this because I've got this. So I just worked on them, and my team come together. You know, I got Jimmy Harbison, jiu-jitsu coach, who's with us all the time now. Dean Amasinger is my nutritionist, looks after me like the best ever, and Coach Eric Del Fiero, and just all the teams. I mean, we brought in another jiu-jitsu coach and wrestling coach in David Avalon from Florida, who's helped me out massively for this fight. And just, I've got some little tricks in my sleeve now, and just the confidence level, what I know where I am and where I should be, is just, I'm bouncing with just like excitement to go out there and show the fans what I can do.
So you're fighting Ryan Couture on Saturday. What were the kind of first things that were going through your head when you found out who it was?
The first thing, I can't really remember the first things, but as soon as I seen Couture, I was just like, oh damn, Randy's son. It kind of like stopped us in my tracks, you know, and I got so many flashbacks of like, because I've been out to Las Vegas to train in Randy's gym. Like I say, I was a huge fan of Randy growing up, and I had a poster of Randy on my wall. My first fight in the UFC, UFC 105, I actually took that poster down and Randy signed it. So I was a huge fan, and it just stopped us. And then once I started thinking about the fight, and Pearson versus Couture, it just sounded like, yeah man, this is what I want, this is where I want to be, this is what I want to be doing. And it feels like standing up there on the stage squaring off and looking into his eyes. He looks like Randy. He looks exactly like Randy, and I'm just excited. I'm like, all them DVDs as a kid growing up watching Randy fight, and it's not now me, although it's not, I'm not fighting Randy, I'm fighting the next best thing, you know, and that's his son. And yeah, I'm excited for him, and it's what I want to do. It's where I'm ready to go.
What kind of challenges do you think he will give to you, and how have you been preparing for it?
I think this is going to be the best Ryan. I'm sure he's prepared amazingly, and I'm sure he feels great. But for me, it's all about the distance and the range. You know, he does one or two things with his striking. He throws his striking to close the distance, or he throws his striking to move. You know. And get out of distance. He doesn't stay in the pocket and throw. He's not that comfortable on his feet yet to stay in the pocket and throw. So it's being able to keep control of the distance and the range. For me, being able to make him miss and then make him pay, you know. Just constantly keep working on him. Don't give him time to reset. Don't give him time to get his rhythm, you know. I always need to keep feinting, keep moving, keep angling, and just beat him to the punch every time.
So one last question before we go. There have been some people saying that there's a little bit of a, well, they seem to think it's a little bit of a mismatch of your advantage. What do you think of that?
Yeah, some people say that I deserve to be fighting high caliber guys. Some people are saying that he's been thrown in the deep end, which I agree. You know, I'm not an easy fight for anyone, but this is the UFC, and if he wants to come and fight in the UFC, he's going to have to fight the best guys in the world. You know, every fight's going to be the toughest fight of his life. That's just the UFC. I don't think if he fought anyone else, I don't think it would be any different. You know, it's Ryan coming into the UFC. Every fight is going to be the toughest fight in his life, and I've never been an easy fight for anyone, you know, and I'm definitely not going to start now, so it is what it is, and I feel it's a fight for me where I can go out there and perform on all levels and showcase my skills and really put on a performance what people's going to take note of, you know.
Thank you very much for talking to us. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Thank you.